Imagine waking up one day to the news that every billionaire on the planet has mysteriously vanished overnight, no warning, no trace, just gone. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, all of them, vanished into thin air. The world is left to grapple with the implications. How would society react? Would economies collapse, or would we witness an unexpected utopia? In an instant, the world's financial elite, those who have shaped economies, controlled industries, and influenced politics, are no longer present. Their mansions, offices, and private islands stand eerily abandoned. News outlets scramble to verify the claims, while conspiracy theories flood the internet. Some believe it to be an act of divine intervention, while others suspect a coordinated underground movement orchestrated their disappearance. As authorities investigate, security footage from around the world reveals a chilling pattern. At precisely the same moment in every time zone, billionaires simply vanished, no signs of struggle, no farewell messages, just an eerie, silent departure from the world stage. But the real question remains: what happens next? With the power vacuum left behind, how does the world react? Is this the dawn of a new era or the beginning of unforeseen chaos? The first few hours would be sheer confusion. News anchors struggle to comprehend the gravity of the situation as headlines flash across screens. The internet erupts with speculation. Conspiracy theories flood social media, from mass alien abductions to government cover-ups. Ordinary people scroll endlessly through their phones, refreshing news pages, exchanging messages with friends and family. In bustling corporate hubs, employees stare at the empty offices of their once powerful bosses, whispering in hushed tones. Meanwhile, government intelligence agencies work around the clock, scanning security footage and monitoring global communications. The world's leaders are left with no answers, only questions. How could every billionaire disappear simultaneously? Was it planned? Was it an attack? Panic begins to set in. Stock markets would crash almost instantly. Billionaire-driven businesses, which once seemed untouchable, now stand on the edge of collapse. The Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 nosedive within hours, while the panic spreads like wildfire to European and Asian markets. Financial analysts scramble to make sense of the situation, trying to reassure the public, but uncertainty grips the economy. Banks tighten lending policies, investors withdraw their funds, and businesses brace for what could be the worst economic downturn in modern history. For the average person, the effects are immediate. People check their retirement accounts only to see them plummet in value. The cost of basic goods spikes as supply chain disruptions ripple through industries once dominated by billionaire-run conglomerates. Government officials hold emergency meetings, but with the private sector in chaos, solutions seem scarce. Meanwhile, financial media outlets debate the future. Is this an unprecedented opportunity to redistribute wealth and power, or will economies spiral into irreversible decline? The fate of industries, entire economies, and global stability hangs in the balance. With billionaire CEOs gone, corporations find themselves leaderless. Some companies scramble to appoint successors, while others descend into chaos. Shareholders argue over leadership changes, and boardroom rivalries intensify. Ambitious executives see this as their chance to seize control, while others fear collapse is inevitable. Governments step in, attempting to stabilize industries deemed too big to fail. Some nations opt to nationalize vital sectors such as energy, technology, and pharmaceuticals, while others struggle with the sudden shift in power. Emergency summits are held across the globe to decide the next course of action. But power abhors a vacuum. In the shadows, private interest groups, rogue investors, and former top-level executives begin forming alliances. New wealth begins to consolidate, and unseen players start taking control of critical industries. The world isn't leaderless, it's just shifting into new hands, and not necessarily for the better. Meanwhile, in the media, reports emerge of once loyal employees and close associates of billionaires scrambling to access hidden accounts, offshore investments, and secret financial reserves. The financial elite may be gone, but their wealth still exists, waiting for someone to claim it. The question now is not just about who will take over, but whether the new power players will be any different from the ones who disappeared overnight. With billionaires gone, the immediate reaction among the masses is mixed. In some parts of the world, people rejoice, believing that wealth inequality will finally be addressed. Celebrations erupt in city streets, with banners, fireworks, and hopeful speeches about a new era of economic fairness. However, not everyone is optimistic. The sudden disappearance of billionaires leaves countless jobs in limbo. Personal assistants, private chefs, security teams, and mansion staff find themselves unemployed overnight, unsure of their next steps. Without the financial elite to maintain luxury businesses, high-end boutiques and premium service industries begin shutting down, leaving employees scrambling for alternative work. Meanwhile, in the business world, a new entrepreneurial spirit takes hold. Small businesses and startups, once overshadowed by monopolies, experience a renaissance. With fewer corporate behemoths to crush competition, local markets thrive, and independent businesses gain newfound momentum. For the first time in decades, the playing field seems level. But there are cracks in the optimism. While some industries flourish, others suffer. The collapse of billionaire-backed conglomerates disrupts supply chains. Factories reliant on billionaire investors struggle to operate, leading to shortages of goods and rising prices. The global economy remains in flux, and people wonder, will this newfound freedom lead to prosperity or economic decline? As the dust settles, the economic landscape undergoes a seismic shift. Without billionaire-controlled monopolies, small businesses and local cooperatives begin to flourish, filling the gaps left by multinational corporations. Communities come together to rebuild, creating new, decentralized economic systems based on cooperation rather than competition. However, not all transitions are smooth. Banks, once propped up by billionaire investments, struggle to remain solvent. Citizens rush to withdraw their savings, fearing economic collapse. Governments scramble to prevent financial panic, introducing emergency policies such as wealth redistribution and universal basic income to stabilize the economy. Certain industries suffer catastrophic losses. High-tech research facilities reliant on billionaire funding are forced to shut down, slowing innovation in fields such as space exploration and artificial intelligence. Factories producing luxury goods close their doors indefinitely, while real estate markets experience wild fluctuations as abandoned mansions and corporate properties are left unclaimed. Despite the chaos, hope emerges in unexpected places. Worker cooperatives rise to prominence, creating self-sustaining economic models that focus on shared wealth and sustainability. Local agriculture flourishes as people turn away from mass production and toward community-based food networks. Without billionaire influence, new policies emerge to regulate fair wages, limit corporate greed, and prioritize environmental sustainability. The world stands at a crossroads. Will the absence of billionaires lead to economic renewal and fairness, or will global markets descend into permanent instability? One thing is clear, the financial world will never be the same again. The disappearance of the billionaires left the world forever changed. Some nations adapted swiftly, embracing a more equitable system where wealth was redistributed, and small businesses thrived in the absence of monopolistic control. Communities took power into their own hands, forging new economic models based on sustainability, cooperation, and shared prosperity. But not all changes were positive. Some industries collapsed entirely, innovation in key technological sectors slowed, and the absence of centralized capital meant global projects once thought inevitable, such as deep space exploration and advanced AI research, stalled or vanished altogether. In political circles, a fierce battle emerged. Some leaders pushed for radical new policies to prevent the rise of a new billionaire class, while others fought to restore the old systems, arguing that wealth concentration had been a necessary driver of progress. The world found itself divided, teetering between two futures, one of balance and fairness, and another of fragmentation and instability. Ultimately, the question remains, was the disappearance of the billionaires a blessing or a curse? Did it mark the dawn of a better world, or merely create a new set of challenges? One thing is certain, the world will never return to the way it was before. The path forward is uncharted, and humanity stands on the precipice of its next great era. What do you think? Would the world be better or worse without billionaires? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Tooth for more thought-provoking content.